People, Jess Hilarious done crashed out. She crashed out to the max. I ain't never seen this before. I ain't never seen somebody still at a job allegedly and crash out on their co-hosts, crash out on their bosses, crash out on the work environment. All right, address the beef with Lauren LaRosa, revealed information we ain't never heard before, but it's all because of a meeting that took place earlier today that nobody knows about, but I do. It's a meeting that she sort of like hinted towards, but I know what took place during that meeting. They told her some things that gave her the impression she was essentially done at the Breakfast Club. She was a sitting duck, and we're going to address that shortly, but let's just get into this Just Hilarious crash out. So she starts off the live complimenting Lauren LaRosa.
Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. This woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay, got it.
Jess is saying it's like, it's a surprise. Bro, we knew from day one you didn't like Lauren LaRosa for a multitude of reasons. Now, I knew particularly that you didn't like her when on your return back, the first show back, you chose to come in the show a little bit late so you could kick Lauren LaRosa out of your seat. You knew you were going to be there that day. You could have started the show. Everybody is in their respective seats, but you chose to come in late on purpose to kick her out her seat and pretty much like, you know, like bring the optics of, I'm back, this is my throne, she was just a guest.
Jess is back! You right? Let's get it.
Not to tell him.
Jess, you started off the relationship with Lauren LaRosa as a mean girl. Like, it was really uncomfortable watching at times. We know this.
I played the audio yesterday.
Hey, hold up, be quiet.
Rihanna, for a long time, and her outfit mattered. No, listen, hush.
When Jess says her anger was misplaced, she's not wrong or she's not lying. I know directly from somebody involved that Jess Hilarious was upset that the Breakfast Club ain't do a good enough job at what she believes is protecting her. See, when the comment section is commenting, man, fire Jess, Lauren is better, she believes the Breakfast Club fed into that by keeping Lauren on for as long as they did. Because when Jess was asking for maternity leave, or when it was perfectly clear that Jess was leaving for some time to tend to her kid, Jess, to her credit, actually suggested a couple of people to fill in. Now, to her credit, she suggested Lauren LaRosa, she suggested Claudia Jordan, and a few other women to step in for her. So she did initially give Lauren LaRosa the green light. She actually wanted her to fill in. But what she wasn't expecting is for the Breakfast Club to not bring in any of her other suggestions, right? Lauren LaRosa came in, did really well. The first time the Breakfast Club kept her. So Jess Hilarious felt like, oh, bro, like, that's kind of odd, right? Like, y'all just kept this chick, and then the fair narrative is going around that I got fired and she's taking my spot and nobody says anything on my behalf. But here's where the delusion starts kicking in. Jess would then go on to claim that she's the one who made the Breakfast Club give Lauren LaRosa her own segment. See, when Lauren LaRosa replaced Jess Hilarious segment, Jess had Just with the Mess talking about trendy news. The Breakfast Club said, yeah, Jess, that's over with. Lauren LaRosa is doing this now. Jess will claim that she's the reason why the Breakfast Club gave the segment to Lauren LaRosa.
Now, it's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the Mess all that. She says, things can't just change like that. Why not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity-doo-dah-day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take my name out that. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Lauren LaRosa is doing this. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about?
This is extremely dishonest and manipulative on Jess Hilarious' behalf. She would like Lauren LaRosa to think, I'm the reason you even got the job, you know, because I recommended you, and I'm the reason you got the segment because I told them to take my name off. No, bruh. The segment was already Lauren LaRosa's before. the conversation happened about the actual segment name being changed. It was just with the mess, but if you watch the Breakfast Club, you know Lauren LaRosa did all the intros, all the outros, and she actually did the stories and the trending news. Just with the mess was no more once the Breakfast Club discovered that Jess Hilarious don't know how to read. And the fans loved it. Now, what's happened is this though. The Breakfast Club probably understood not to ruffle any feathers. We can't just come out and say, hey, Jess, it's no longer your segment, but they told you in so many words by giving the entire segment to Lauren LaRosa, and you was now just a contributor, right? This is like your girlfriend stopped talking to you, stop contacting you, start posting other guys on her Instagram. She done moved on, haven't contacted you in 2 months, and then you say, man, I broke up with that girl. After she didn't contact me in 2 months, bro, you was been broken up with. You was the last one to realize it. That's a fact. But I believe that Jess Hilarious is finally going off because she's sick and tired of hearing people like myself and Corey Holcomb harp on it. Because Corey Holcomb actually just went viral, like super viral, right? For going crazy on Jess Hilarious for losing her segment to Lauren LaRosa.
Shit.
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So she got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl know what she doing.
So now Jess is claiming that she's the reason why Lauren had the segment because she can't stand her top nemesis in the world, Corey Holcomb, gloating and laughing at her for getting her segment stolen. Essentially, Jess Hilarious came in as the third official co-host, as the third person, right? She was ranked the third on the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa came in, and within like 6 months, Lauren LaRosa has surpassed Jess Hilarious, and now Jess Hilarious is the odd one out. So now she's taking the social media frustrated and talking about company business.
What we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered and it never bothered me, man. What?
Why would you bother if you're the one who gave Lauren LaRosa the segment, right?
You try coming back to work. You try to come back to work, and the motherfucker is right there at your desk, and ain't nobody telling you, mind you. Nobody telling you nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. Like I'm the villain, cause I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of it. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing.
That right there is the problem. Jess Hilarious was too tapped in and let the fan base in the comments really get to her. See, she just said, like the clip that we just showed of her telling Lauren LaRosa to hush and be quiet, right? She's seen the reaction. She's seen the comment section. She's seen YouTubers talking about it. So she's saying, you know what? I'm not going to tell her to hush. I'm not going to fight for airtime. I'm going to just be quiet and let her take my job. That's stupid. That's dumb. Now, if we really want to be fair and objective here, Jess Hilarious isn't completely wrong. I mean, if you were given a job as the third and only last seat on the Breakfast Club, you go for maternity leave and you were told this is your placement, until you get back, and then you get back, and then this first day you back, she's here. The second day you back, she's still here. Third day you back, she's still here. 1 week, she's still here. 2 weeks, she's still here. 1 month, oh, she's a permanent fourth host. You're like, wait, what? So she's not entirely wrong, right? They should have communicated with her, hey, Jess, we love you. We love Lauren. We're bringing y'all both back, and she's going to be the fourth seat. So she's not wrong in those regards, but you don't act like you're this super pro women. Because when she came back, her and Lauren actually had a discussion about how people are trying to tear them apart. and they both seem like they were agreeing on how they have to stick together. So you don't have this pro women like conversation on air, and then secretly you want her gone. Like, that's just fake.
And before you walked in, we was talking about it here on air. The first thing that I brought up was yesterday we was out at Sim Simmons' birthday party, and I ran into so many people, and this happens to me all the time, and I tell people, you don't have to down just to compliment me, and I hate that narrative, us versus each other. And I feel like a lot of times when people see two women that can do things really, really well, it's always like you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
And what we have been able to, and I don't think people know that we've had conversations. And I thank you so much for just giving that chair and opening up that chair, because women in this industry don't do that. Like, you don't give your chair to another woman.
No.
So I want to talk about that, and I also want to, have a conversation about. We gonna get into you and how you.
Little did Lauren know, Jess was women. Jess was women. Jess is the woman that you are talking about right now, who don't want to give up her chair, who's not willingly giving up her chair. Because Jess will even go on to explain in this video, which you will hear shortly, like she had an issue with Lauren doing that. Jess had an issue with Lauren being the fourth seat. So the whole time Lauren is talking about these imaginary women who are mean and mean girls and don't want to give up their seats. Whole time, Jess to want you gone. Which is why you see Jess give that dry reaction of,
Oh, no. I'm not gonna compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be 4. If this was presented to me, prior to higher, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the 4th person, shit, that's what's up. Cool. It's only time for that segment.
What Jess isn't really comprehending up here is that the Breakfast Club intent was to have 3 people. You think the Breakfast Club want to pay 1 extra person for a 3-man gig? No. They thought you were their person until you got the full-time gig and you start slacking, right? Like you literally start slacking. And as we will hear from Jess later on in this video, Jess will claim that she got pregnant intentionally when she started the job. That she intentionally got pregnant because she wanted to have a baby. So you start a new job and the first thing you think is, let me get pregnant intentionally on purpose. So, and then miss months. And then you blame a job for hiring your replacement after you miss months. No, bruh. Accountability here. Now, their intent was to only have 1 person. But before you had a chance to master the job, when you were there before maternity leave, you were stumbling over the script. You wasn't reading right during the segment. You didn't display that you were the person. So when another person comes and they're filling in for you and they are perfect for the segment and the fans love them, well, Jess ain't show us that she knows how to do the segment perfectly. So we brought somebody in and that person is perfect for the segment and that person takes your job right in front of you because of what you did. Now, Jess Hilarious will say, bruh, there's not enough time for 4 people for this particular segment. There's only 1 segment. Like, there's not enough time for this particular segment. She's right. There's not enough time. But you know what you don't do, right? You don't say, hey, bruh, the social media is getting on my behalf for telling Lauren LaRosa, hush, so I can finish my point. So let me just be quiet altogether and let her take over my entire segment. And then you start to get pissed off once they completely move in the other direction to give her the entire segment. Now you're like, oh, y'all ain't run nothing by me. Of course. Because you watched everything take place in front of you.
You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show like that.
I know what was said in that meeting. I know firsthand what was discussed in that meeting. They told Jess Hilarious, hey, listen, Lauren LaRosa is here. You want to do the comedy stuff more, right? Now, this is how they put it on you slowly, right? You picking up more shows. It looks like you're more committed to doing stand-up. How about you come in part-time, right? Maybe, you do Zoom a day or 2. Now, they suggested to Jess Hilarious that she maybe go down from full-time to only doing like a day or 2 because it looks like she's more committed to doing the stand-up. Jess Hilarious didn't like that. She felt like they were trying to push her out without just being honest with her. She felt like if you're already asking me to do part-time to come in as kind of like a filler, Essentially, you're telling me I'm now Lauren LaRosa's placement, and she didn't like that at all, which is why she left that meeting and went straight to Instagram and did this. So she knows she fired. Like, she knows, like, she's done. Like, she's fired, bro. Like, she no longer has the spot she thought she has. Once the company comes to you and you are a full-time employee and they start telling you, yeah, let's, have you come in 1 or 2 days in a week, to give you more freedom to do the comedy stuff. Once a company starts talking to you like that, bro, we know what that is, bruh. They firing you without firing you because you still on a contract. So once your contract is up, they not renewing, bro. Oh, so you part-time, we don't need you as much. Maybe coming as a guest. We love you, Jess. So Jess Hilarious already knows. So instead of just going out, quietly being fired, not saying nothing, no, Jess Hilarious is now trying to wage war. And this is her waging war.
Fuck out of here. Out of here. That went crazy too. Listen. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I ain't expecting not one mother to feel sorry for me because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. And I haven't said a mother thing at all. At all. I haven't said anything. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't need to be there.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Only in the mind of Jess Hilarious does this make sense. Imagine being gifted the job. Gifted, because you're Charlemagne's homie. Imagine being gifted the job as the third seat on the Breakfast Club, the most coveted job at the time in the culture. Being gifted that job, and your producers, your bosses tell you, hey, listen, man, Angela Yee just left. They've been on air for 10 years, man. We need you to really, give it your all, man. Build chemistry as fast as you can, man. The feeling for Angela Yee. And in your head, you thought it was a good idea. Again, not just, yo, I'm intimate with my partner. I got pregnant. I'm not going to have an abortion. No, you decided after you got the most coveted job in the culture, you decided it was a good idea to get pregnant on purpose. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here, bruh? And then cry and complain once they find your replacement. You got pregnant on purpose, knowing you are new to the job, knowing you have to build chemistry, knowing it takes a lot of time to bond with your co-host. And you got pregnant on purpose. What are we discussing here, people? Now, her saying, I don't need the Breakfast Club. Bro, this is just all ego, bro. Yeah, I don't need a job paying me $1 million a year, but a job paying me $1 million a year would be pretty amazing. Yeah, you are an Instagram comedian. You do the comedy stuff. You are somewhat popular. You're doing your thing. So you don't need the Breakfast Club to feed your family. But it's probably a good idea you keep the Breakfast Club gig because it's the most visible gig right now in the culture. And you are becoming astronomically more famous for being on the Breakfast Club. Now, albeit the exposure and the conversion of the exposure ain't really the same as it used to be, right? Like, for example, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy, they probably grew, their social media following a lot from being on the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa has been on. I really haven't seen her Twitter following, Instagram following, YouTube following grow a lot. Right? So the conversion ain't there, but you still getting a lot of exposure.
I wanted to be there. I loved being there. That was my shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my shit. I used to be happy as a mom on the radio. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. Nigga talking about she tried to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no motherfucker. friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she said is not, how your baby doing? No, that was Envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No. That's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the that was in the comments. What make me want to talk about comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what the fuck what that was in there, but that shit wasn't it. I ain't like that.
We got to call it down the middle and be honest and fair here. I can't, bro, call me crazy, right? Y'all can hold me accountable if I'm kind of crazy, right? Or if I'm a hater too. But I kind of understand Jess' point here. If I was told, hey, when I come back, it's only me and y'all two, and there's going to be this whole ceremony, this whole thing that we're going to do when you get back to really welcome you back, and nobody else is going to be here. And then when I get back, there's a person in my seat. And then when I sit down, the first thing this person tells me on air is, listen, Jess, I want you to know I love and respect you. I'm happy you give me your seat. You know, I hate when people come up to me and tell me how much you suck and how I should replace you. And I hate when I see the comments in the comment section about how, Jess, you don't really belong here and you really suck and I should get your job. I can see how you would be annoyed. I will probably be annoyed too. So we have to be fair here. Jess is making somewhat of a good point here, but nonetheless, this don't take away from all the other things she done that she needs to be held accountable for, which is, you know, knowing how to read, which is, you know, getting pregnant on purpose, which is coming back and shutting up and letting her take over. I mean, like, that's on you at that point.
We've made cool since then. That's it, right? I compliment this girl every day. Every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Like, let's not even sit here and play around with it. Like, this the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like, when I'm like, not one mother ever with this online shit. Like, why the should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that mother crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make her out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a f***. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'ma play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot.
Back to no accountability. The only person who spoke up about the fans and the comments and the people saying how much Lauren LaRosa is better than you, the person who spoke up is Lauren LaRosa. And what do? You said she was being, you know, like snakish, right? You thought that she was saying that for ulterior motives. You thought that she was kind of sticking up for you, bringing up the bad comments for ulterior motives. So when she don't stick up for you, when she don't mention the comments, when she leaves it alone, now you calling them fake for not sticking up for you? Like, what did you expect them to do? Like, come on air and say, yo, we see y'all comments about how bad Jess Hilarious is. Y'all leave Jess Hilarious alone. No, that's not, no, bruh. That's not how that works. Yeah, bro, we will look at them like absolute fools, like as if they were silly for doing a segment or responding back to the comment section. Like, what's wrong with you? Now, what, you expect them to come on their social media and give a press conference about how amazing Jess Hilarious is? Like, that's just so unnatural. But when Lola Rosa did indeed speak up for you regarding the comment section, you said you ain't like it. You said, you know, you was upset at her for a while over it. So she probably learned, you know what? I'm not gonna bring up the comments. I'm not gonna defend Jess. I'm gonna just leave it alone completely. Because the first time I tried to do it, she snapped on me. Now, albeit we're not saying you wrong, right? Because my first day back, I don't want to hear what people is telling you about me, right? Especially not on air. So you're not wrong, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't tell her, hey, bruh, I'm mad at you for bringing that up. And then you ask her, yo, why don't you bring it up no more? Huh? That's not how that works.
If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Whether it's something y'all want to hear or it's something that y'all ain't gonna want to hear. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Didn't go live to talk about that retired ass nigga who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Lauren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The we talking about. I don't know how long it's going to take for to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that.
And that's why she did what she did. She knew the segment wasn't hers. She knew it was over with. She knew Lauren LaRosa had completely taken over that segment. Yes, her name was still on it, but it was now Lauren's segment, bro. You wasn't even doing the introductions anymore. You wasn't reading the story. You was just chiming in for 30 seconds. It was Lauren's segment. So you telling them, hey, can y'all remove my name? That could be seen as a sign of rebellion more so than throwing her to oop. But how can you now say, hey, Lauren, you're not going to confirm online that I'm the one who gave you the segment? Why would she need to? Like, bro, her bosses gave her that segment already. Right? You just lay down and didn't, like put up a fight for having your name removed.
I started saying shit on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that shit 6 a.m. or wherever. Yeah. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her, man. That girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great up the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay? Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the fucking hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no fucking woman. Ever. No. Now listen. I may not say everything that y'all, I may offend women here and there. I offend men here and there. I offend others here and there, Okay. Y'all ain't going to agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Lauren LaRosa got it going on. She did. You know what I'm saying? I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thanks me on air, but she don't thank me online.
What? Yo, I feel like Jess Hilarious is so in the comments and so like on YouTube or in these streets, bruh, that she have lost sight of reality. Do you know if Lauren LaRosa was thanking you on her Twitter or on her Instagram, but not thank you on air, I would think that would be weird. Yo, Jess, you have the biggest platform. Well, the Breakfast Club is the biggest platform I meant. If she's thanking you or giving you your flowers on the Breakfast Club, a nationally syndicated radio show, right, with, exponential reach, that right there is what you should be happy about. Her not taking to her Twitter with like 20,000 followers and thanking you on Twitter, you were upset about that when she thanked you on a nationally syndicated radio station? Bro, what is wrong with you? I feel like Jess Hilarious read the comments enough that she began to think that the comments is like the world. No, bro, the comment section is probably like people who watch a show. Like it's your fan base, right? And it's pretty niche. A lot of us, who watch the show here and there, watch the interviews, bro, we not commenting, bro. We not involved in that world, bro. So she began to read the comments so much, bro, she began to think the comments is the world. No, bro. Lauren LaRosa comment on her Twitter is not as important or as helpful as her saying what you want her to say on a nationally syndicated radio show. How do you not know this? And you're on the show.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, shit a little different, online. But if this is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some up for y'all teammate? That shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. But for Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. If that's how I'm getting, hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy?
She gets hired to do a Monday to Friday 9 to 5. Not actual 9 to 5. It's like more so from like 6 a.m. to like 10 a.m. So she knows that's her schedule. And instead of being there every day, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., Jess Hilarious decided she was gonna pick up comedy shows all across the country and like tap in through Zoom. But Lauren LaRosa, who's there 5 days a week, prepping the show, preparing the show, doing the most. Lauren LaRosa is the problem. I'm so like you are shocked that then they say, you know what? Yeah, we keeping Lauren LaRosa full time all like Monday to Friday. But hey, Jess, let's restructure this, okay? Let's have you come in, maybe every Friday, every Thursday. Now I don't know the exact restructuring or the exact compromise, but it did act just hilarious to come in less days, and that's what sparked this. But yo, when you are telling these people you got pregnant on purpose, okay. You're telling these people you're picking up shifts like all across the country, right? Comedy gigs on purpose. Okay. You are telling them you don't want the job without telling them you don't want the job. It's your fault, Jess. Take accountability, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man, about Jess Hilarious' role being dramatically reduced at the Breakfast Club, man? A lot of y'all called this coming, but let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how these rappers just expose these music executives at certain labels. Click on this video here to find out which labels threaten to kill their family if they don't do this. Click on this video here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.